Good morning, Habibis. Okay, I kind of want to make a cool video today. Talk a little more quickly, get more ground covered, and make it kinesthetic, tactile. Here, I'm going to brew some coffee. Get your coffee, get your tea. Be prepared to learn. Okay, here we go. So excited. It's so nice to make coffee in the morning, to be able to drink caffeine again. Yeah, so I haven't been sick in forever, haven't ulcerated in forever. Um, Technically, I guess. So 3 years. I haven't ulcered since March 2020. I haven't had like a cold or sniffle or anything going on with my head forever. In other words, I can remember it because I can smoke. Like, when you're sick and you can't smoke, I don't remember not smoking. Um, I want to cover some ground with what you should be buying at the grocery store and just be aware of supplements and foods. So, like, not all organic vegetables are going to be ulcerative colitis friendly, which is interesting. Like, I had to learn this way too late in life because I was getting down on broccoli. I was like going ham on broccoli right before my diagnosis. Raw brock and like, I don't know, some paleo stuff like chicken or wild salmon, a lot of wild salmon. Anyways, is my coffee ready? Oh no, I don't have any water. Oh, well, you know what? I think I have tea. I love this cup. Let me show you. Ah. All right, so let's talk about a shopping list. If you can have nuts, let's start with stuff that's like technically, mechanically hard on the intestine, stuff that you would want to avoid if you're in a flare, post flare, still healing. But if you're like me, you're okay or whatever, and you can have nuts. Let's high on the list has to be raw walnuts. Obviously, unless you have an allergy. Allergies aside, just listen to my recommendations. So not only do the omega-3s boost acetylcholine, but there's something else in it that when you eat, I think a lot of magnesium, when you eat them at night, it's like a sleeping pill. Okay, so we're talking timing with our grocery list as well. So walnuts at night, raw. Top them on like a brownie or something. You eat the brownie before dinner, maybe, because I advise against that late sugar, because then your body won't be able to clean house or whatever. It'll be trying to modulate your sugar levels in the blood while you sleep, as opposed to other things like having cool dreams, like psychic dreams and stuff. Okay, other stuff that might be fibrous, asparagus. If you don't think what is it in asparagus that might be like a little too much sulfur, if you're sulfur friendly, asparagus is great. There's vitamin E in asparagus. Vitamin E across the board is good for ulcerative colitis, things in the brain, Alzheimer's. So if you're not taking a raw vitamin E supplement, try to get some asparagus in maybe in the morning. Maybe make an omelet, whatever, eggs, fake eggs, whatever you do. And I want to have asparagus raw, maybe steam or, saute them. Now, if you can have garlic too, there's a lot of selenium in garlic. Selenium, I don't know why. Every time I see that word, I think Sagittarius because for some reason in astrology, this is like Sagittarius is out. Like Sagittarians lack selenium, or this, obviously it's a theory of hypothesis. Maybe they need more selenium in their diets. Maybe that's because winter babies, we're exposed to different things when we're born. Our mothers ate a different diet to have a winter baby than they ate throughout the year to have a summer baby. Okay, so we got asparagus, we got garlic. Now, raw garlic, that's interesting. I dated an actor who would eat a raw garlic clove every day, and it came out his pores, man. He smelled so bad, but he's like a beautiful man, so it's like, what are we gonna do? But you can do that. I cook it, or I get the olives with the garlic stuffed if nitrates and sulfites and olives aren't too much for you, because those are fun with like, cheese and like a hors d'oeuvres plate or whatever you got. Ginger is also good for vitamin E. So there's vitamin E in ginger, and it's good for the Vata body type, which it's interesting. As you have colitis and you lose weight and you gain weight, it feels like you kind of go in between these body types because, I mean, you morph. At least that's what happened to me. Felt like I went from, I may have been kapha in college, but that's because I was purposely gaining weight and may have been out of shape at one point. But I went down to like the skinniest I'd ever been, like 90 pounds. So I felt like I just went kapha, pitta, vata, changed through the body types as I got skinnier. But my regular constitution is pitta. And I'll read stuff for vata. Vata likes warm things, and I just kind of identify with that, and that tends to be a good thing with ulcerative colitis too. Raw foods tend to be of like the cold nature. So for vata, it'd be warm, oily, heavy, sweet, sour. They list ginger, cinnamon, salt, beets, carrots, no apples, no pears or cranberries, no sprouts, cabbage, corn, rye, or oats. I think that's the list. Either that or you, I got to get this right. Just go with the first half. Warm, oily, heavy, sweet, sour, ginger, stuff like that. Warming foods for like a cold constitution is how they factor yin and yang into the Indian dietary system. It's very awesome. So then let's go to some other foods. Dark red kidney beans. What I read about them. Contains camphorol. Camphorol. Believe this is anti-cancerous. Also contains quercetin, which is an antioxidant. Quercetin. Very, very potent antioxidant. I think together or alone or whatever about kidney beans will lower cholesterol, reduces risk of heart disease. Yes, antioxidant, anti-cancer. Okay, do you guys like crab? I like crab. 3 ounces of crab contains 127% of what you need of B12, 37 micrograms of folic acid, that's another B vitamin, 0.1 milligram of B6, 3.5 milligrams of zinc, and 30 micrograms of selenium. Selenium. Okay, so crab, kidney beans. Pinto beans also has camphorol. Okay, so that is a flavonoid. And again, it's going to lower your cholesterol, reduce risk of heart disease. Black beans, more flavonoids. And salmon. So with salmon, you're going to get 500 milligrams of omega-3s. That's actually intense. 3.5 ounces will deliver 500 milligrams. All right. So what do we, it's a pretty nice list. Let's go back to some more veggies. What do we have? We just had asparagus. Oh, I didn't mention broccoli because I was eating a lot of broccoli before I got sick. I took a test and it showed I was actually allergic to broccoli. If you like broccoli, I don't know, man, I kind of recommend steaming it. Not don't steam the life out of it. Like you want the enzymes and you want the stuff in it, but it's so fibrous and there's a lot of sulfur in broccoli, which is great. But I think if you're on the verge of flaring or you just have a sensitive gut, like raw broccoli every day wasn't the way to do it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to lose that weight. I was trying to go from kapha to vata. I was trying to skip the step and just, but I did. I lost like 2 pounds a week for about a month and a half. It all came off. But then I got sick and I got worried because then more came off, more weight came off, the weight that wasn't supposed to go. My butt. This channel is called Butt Stuff. Okay, I want to add goat milk because I want to talk about how, for some reason, I had a huge craving during my flares for goat milk, and it was the only thing that satiated. Just like the creamy, a small quart is like all the fat you need in a day. But go ahead and drink it if you're flaring. Like whatever, your liver will deal with it. There's something in it, and I want to say it's colostrum or just something that's really good for, and I don't want to say the gut. I want to say the body of people who were born cesarean, because I think what was lacking in my birth was the experience of my mother's birth canal going through the microbiome. So when I was reading about goat milk, and I was like, why do I love drinking this when I'm flaring and healing? So goat milk, they have oligosaccharides that are good. They're like, it's good fat. They're effective prebiotic anti-inflammatory agents, specifically in IBD. So people with IBD, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, should be advised by doctors to turn to goat milk. They have been shown to inhibit the adhesion of bacteria to the epithelial membrane, reduce bacterial translocation in cell models, and promote the selective growth of lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. And goat milk was initially selected as a source of bacteria, as a source because of its relatively high concentration as compared with cow milk, and the presence of branched oligosaccharides, right? So they're branched. Because of its presence in milk, these compounds are generally considered non-toxic. I don't know why they go into that. Lactobacillus and bifidobacteria is interesting too. I'm reading about how you actually want to take one in the morning, one at night. Okay, so more about timing. Goat milk, I just drink whenever I want it. 3 a.m. with dinner, with a dessert, cookies, whatever. I don't want to I don't want people to mentally think that any type of milk or fluid that they should be drinking is bad, because it's just, just embrace it. Just no hold barred. Just go ham with your goat milk, because I don't think it's hurt me. I think honestly, when I think about it, the whole time I was doing the raw broccoli and the raw food, that's when I didn't drink any cow milk at all. I had maybe cheese and yogurt, but I remember specifically only drinking almond milk and soy. Those were the options back in 2010. So no oat, no hemp. I don't believe. I was just pretty much like on set. They'd have the oat milk creamer, or with cookies. Any type of milk I would drink, it would be oat milk. So I had eradicated cow milk from my diet during the time leading up to my first flare, my diagnosis. As soon as I started getting sick, I started drinking goat milk, and cow milk is now always there's a gallon in my fridge at all times, and I drink it. I don't limit myself. I drink it nonstop. I want to say one more thing about the lacto and bifido. All right, so your lactobacillus is known to increase, or I guess help the production of serotonin, which again is in your gut. Serotonin production in your gut. People think it's all a brain thing, and then they cut the brain off at the body. So we're talking about the gut, serotonin. Now, that's in the AM, your lactobacillus. Now, the bifido you take in the PM, because bifidobacteria helps GABA, which is your calming neurotransmitter. It's anti-excitatory. GABA, I think they give to people withdrawing from alcohol. I believe that's one of the natural antidotes for delirium tremens. Could be wrong, but yeah. Okay, I hope I got you guys some extra things on your shopping list. And if you go to the tea aisle, look at mullein, Mullein. That's good for cleansing your colon and your lungs, and especially good in the fall. Sorry, I'm in March recommending mullein, but whatever. Drink it year-round. Who cares? All right, guys. Tell me if these work for you. Please just be sure to get your magnesium and your selenium and your vitamin E. You got your B vitamins in the nuts. Yeah. Don't forget, vitamin B3 increases production of ceramides and fatty acids. It's good for anti-aging. It's good for hydration, strengthening skin barrier, and for protein and fat metabolism. So, it's all good. Also, guys, watch the niacin. If you're going to go down the supplement aisle, for some reason, niacin should be avoided by people with ulcers, gout, or liver disease. So, multivitamins are good and great and all, but just see what's up with the niacin content. Yeah, it's like whoa, 1,000%. Who do you think I am? I got ulcers in my butt. Okay, bye, love you.